Hello, guys. Good evening and happy Tuesday to you all. I'm definitely seeing a buy opportunity on GBP USD. Definitely, let's jump into it quickly. As you can clearly see, here is my 4-hour chart on GBP USD. And definitely, why am I seeing this buy opportunity, or why have I seen this opportunity to go in for a buy on this particular day and time? So, what I've seen after marking the high and low of the week. As you can clearly see, it's been labeled high of the week and low of the week. So what this means is definitely the high of the week is the high that price came to on this particular day, Monday, when I was marking it. So that was the high that price got to. So that's why it's been labeled high of the week. So the low of the week is the low that price got to during that point in time when I was marking it out on Monday. So that's definitely something if you've been following me, or I'm definitely going to dive into as time goes on. But let's quickly dive into this now. So from this particular time, from the 4-hour time frame, we can clearly see that after marking the high and low of the week, we saw price now creating a double pattern being formed on top of a support level, and on top of that support level above it we do have a low of the week. So on top of this as well, probably coming together the conferences as well, that makes it 3/4 conferences. Like I said, I do look out for 3/4 conferences, sometimes 4/4 conferences, that's also fine. But so far, all the stuff now has come to a certain place where they are all meeting, and definitely them meeting and coming together at this point in time gives it a very strong edge for the price to eventually play out. Like I say, I do look out for 3/4 conferences and sometimes 4/4 conferences as well. So those are the things I do look out for. The conferences I look out for the high of the week, I do look out for the low of the week. I do look out for trend lines. I do look out for price action as well. So I do look out for psychological level. That's why you see my chart being labeled. You can clearly see them. The purple lines, definitely those are my psychological level that act as support and resistance. So at this point in time, from the 4-hour time frame, I'm seeing price eventually correlating, giving us 3/4 conferences. I'm saying psychological level definitely, price coming to this psychological level, which at this point of time it's acting or it's going to act as support to push the market into the upside. So one of the confluences also that I'm seeing from this level is that I'm seeing the low of the week. So I see price eventually forming a W pattern, which is price action on the low of the week and the psychological level. So this gives us 3/4 conferences already, which gives us an edge to definitely go in for a buy trade on GBP USD at this point in time. Definitely you're gonna be holding the trade. Eventually you can hold them tomorrow. You can definitely hold more, but eventually our stop loss is definitely going to be below the low that price got to. So that's why I'm definitely falling down to the 1 hour, which is the intermediate time frame. Like I always say, the 4 hour is the overall time frame. Being a day trader, on how I trade and how I analyze my pairs, and then the 1 hour is the intermediate time frame. So as you can clearly see from the intermediate time frame, 1 hour, it's making sense. It's making sense. The stop loss is below the low that price got to, and then we're seeing a double pattern being formed, like I said, from the higher time frame, which is the 4 hour time frame. And then if I'm to execute this on on my entry time frame, which is the 15-minute time frame, definitely this should be the first entry position when price eventually go back to this level. Once price eventually go back to this level, this was definitely the first entry position. But based on the fact that I definitely saw this now, and after doing my analysis as well, I definitely see that this is a perfect opportunity as well to go in for a buy trade. At this point in time, here is a perfect entry position, the second entry position to go in for a buy trade on GBP USD. So we putting the stop loss below the recent low price got to by price. So if you definitely having to see that, let's zoom in so you can see where the stop loss is. You can clearly see here is the low that price got to recently, and then our stop loss is just below the low. So that's why the stop loss is there, because it's market structure, or it's definitely where price has definitely gotten to recently by price. So all we have to do now is just to allow the trade play out. And as much as we do have those confluences as well, we've seen three of our confluences coming together. Eventually, we can also expect for this not to play out just like we've seen on the chart based on price actions and technicals. But all we're doing right now is that we found an edge, we found an opportunity, we found an entry time frame, we found an entry time where we can go in for GBP USD, where we can go in for a buy trade on GBP USD, risking less to make more, giving us a very good ratio reward of 2.79 risk ratio reward, which is a good setup. So that's why I've taken this time to eventually update you guys. I want you to guys to hit the subscribe button. I want you to like, comment for more.